Well, folks, Dave Jorgensen here again. Once again, it's evening time, and I didn't get my video done earlier, so here I am trying to get it done before bedtime. And tonight, I'd like to share a little story with you that happened in about 1973 when my wife and I were separated. I wasn't always real nice, and so my late wife had a hard time dealing with me when we were younger. I liked to tip it up a little too much. I could care less about tipping it up now. The Coke tastes better to me than when it's mixed with alcohol. And I tried a few drinks here a while back, and it doesn't do anything for me. I don't even get a little buzz out of it. So and I hadn't drank in probably close to 40 years. And so I don't see any sense in it. I was told when I was younger, well, you're an alcoholic and you'll always have to be careful and everything. And my son thinks that I needed to go to meetings when I was younger. But it's just a matter of deciding what you want to do in life. But anyway, back then I liked to drink quite a bit. I worked on the green chain at the mill, and I pulled more lumber than anybody else, so I got by with tipping the bottle. I tipped the bottle all day at work a little bit. I'd take me a pint of rum with me to work and mix it with Coke all day long, and made work like play. But anyway, we were separated, and I was living in some apartments in Riadale, California. That was before the 101 bypassed it. We came across the bridge and went right through downtown Riadale. But anyway, this particular night, my brother-in-law, he stopped by. Anyway, we'd go up to, and I can't remember the name of the nightclub. My late friend used to tend bar there, and we'd go up there and help close it down and get back and get a little sleep before we went to work the next day. We didn't go up there every day, but anyway, it was a nightclub, and we went up there. Back then, of course, you go in a nightclub, you come out of there smelling like a smokestack. And I never did smoke much. Once in a while, a little bit in a bar, I would smoke, but mostly something just to do with my hands. Anyway, so I had been drinking a little all day long. I probably went through a pint at work, and anyway, went up there, and it was, we didn't close the bar down that night, but I had a number of drinks up there, and I was headed back home, and back then I had a 66 Mustang, and it was fairly loud. It had a 4-speed, 289, but the mufflers were little glass packs, and they had holes in them, so it was even louder. Anyway, so, usually when I'd been drinking, I didn't take any chances. I just drove normal. But this night, for some reason, I was doing different. And my brother-in-law was in his car. He had a little 63 Comet S22 with a 4-speed in it, the 260 and the 4-speed. And he was following me. And coming out of the Eureka, this was Eureka up there. It was about 30 miles from Riadale, roughly. And anyway, I wound her out in second and hit third, and my Mustang was fairly high-geared. And I just started to get out of town a little bit, and I noticed a car coming up behind me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, what is that? Is that a cop? Yeah, I'm thinking, well, no, I was looking, and I thought, well, you drunk SOS, SOB, you wouldn't know if there was a cop anyway. And sure enough, here comes the red light on. I titled this "The Night I Didn't Go to Jail." But anyway, I pulled over, and let me tell you, it was windy that night. I mean, you get out of the car and you better hang on to the door because this probably going to get busted off, and you can't hardly stand up out there. Anyway, so the cop comes up to me and he says, and I hand him my license and everything. Well, Dave, he says, I don't know if you're going to make it home. I said, well, why? He said, it appears you've been doing a little drinking. I said, oh, a little. We were up there at my buddy Tent's bar, and anyway, he says, you were, well, I says, I know, he says, well, it don't help when you go by us wound out, because I was talking about the noise. He was looking underneath the car. And I said, it's got some holes in there. And he said, well, anyway, there was two cops there, two highway patrolmen. And one guy is chasing my registration down the highway because it got away from him. It was going. So then he takes me out, and he has me do the number thing here, backwards and forwards. And then he says, I want you to walk this line, take so many steps down there, and then come back. And so I was walking down the white line, and I got to the end, and I started backwards. I didn't know I could turn around, I'd never been stopped like that before. You can turn around. So anyway, I did all that for him, and it was windy, it was hard to even stay up. Anyway, he says, tell you what, Dave, I'm going to let you go on home. He says, but take it easy. And I says, I sure will. And my brother-in-law had stopped too, and they told him, no, they were just interested in me. He could go on. So he waited on down the freeway a ways there until I caught up with him, and he says, did you get a ticket? I said, hell no! I was stone sober. No, but why did I tell that story? Huh? Why did I tell that story? It's because I'm a super affiliate marketer. And when you're a super affiliate marketer and you're any kind of business, you have to pay attention what's going on around you. And you got to keep yourself so that you can focus on what you're doing. You can't just be an old drunk laying around. You can't, you've got to pay attention or you'll be in trouble. I could just imagine having to call my wife up. She was living way out in Orleans, California, way out in the mountains, and have her come in and bail me out. Oh, I wasn't looking forward to that at all. But anyway, you have to pay attention. You got to stay focused. You got to notice what's happening around you, and you need to do everything in your power to keep going ahead without any delays. Got to stay focused. You can't be just goofing off. You got to pay attention to what you're doing here. You can't try to do all many things at once. You need to do what is best for you. And if you're in marketing, you want to have a clear mind to know what to do, when to do it, and how to understand it. You can't be taking chances. I was just a very fortunate young man because there was 2 policemen in there and they let me go, both of them. I was very thankful. I was very, very, very thankful. I didn't take another drink all the way home. Anyway, that's it for tonight, folks. But, if you're interested in what I'm doing, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it, even though it's a headache sometimes trying to figure things out, but, the life is going to be worth it. Click the link below and check this thing out. It don't cost anything. You can get your money back. But if I could, I'd take you by the hand and lead you there. But you got to make up your own mind, And I found out today, I listened to a fellow today, and he says, if you don't believe in it, If you don't believe you can do it, you can't do it. You have to get your mindset where you believe in yourself enough to make a difference in your life. If you're like me, I was 71 years old before I found this and decided to do something about it. It was an opportunity. I took it. Today is my anniversary of being in the Super Affiliate Network. I married him a year ago today, and I love him more than I did when I started. It's even better. So anyway, take it from an old timer. I'm an old timer now, a year. You can't have more than 2 or 3 or 4 years in here because it wasn't here then. Misha hadn't even had his breakthrough yet. But anyway, good night, folks. See you tomorrow. Bye.